Hi there, this is Jill, and I'm inviting you to More Abundant Living. Today, I want to talk about how you can beat the boogeyman of colds, viruses, allergies, things that attack your immune system, how to have a stronger immune system naturally. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're watching. I appreciate the investment that you're making of your time. I am a wife and a mother. I have a family that I take care of. I started out my journey as an occupational therapist. I chose that field because I believe that we need to be able to function in life, that's very important, and that we need to be able to function as a whole person. A lot of the other therapies I was considering looked at the person more as just a body or just a mind, but we're a whole person. You come as a unit, and everything has to function for you to function maximally. For the last 15 years or so, or longer, I've been a partner on a sustainable regenerative farm. We believe that nature is our best teacher, that when we align our food growing practices with what nature is already doing, we're going to have food that's going to be, the animals will be healthier, and that will make us healthier. Our vegetables will be more nutrient dense, and all of that adds up to a system that is stronger and that is more like how nature intended it to be. As part of that path, I realized that we need to work harder to align our personal selves with how we were meant to be and how we were made to function. That we are very regenerative, and that we were made to be strong and healthy, not to be overwhelmed, anxious, constantly tired. That's not the norm that we were made for. And when we align ourselves with natural rhythms, natural times and ways of doing things and caring for ourselves, we can be personally regenerative, which is part of why I'm here to talk to you today. In all of the concern about flus, viruses, colds, right now in 2020, the big thing is the coronavirus. In all of that talk, I don't hear anything about immune integrity. People talking about, from the higher levels or even in the prepper communities and such, about having a strong immune system. You personally need to be strong. All the oxygen masks, or not oxygen, all of the face masks in the world and all the vaccines are just duct tape if you don't have a strong immune system. As a culture, we're very out of sync with natural rhythms, and that equals dis-ease. We are not at ease in our world, and so we're vulnerable to things that come along. We have lights, we stay up too late at night. We don't get our rest. We don't get up in the morning when we should because we've stayed up too late at night. We're out of sync, and I'll explain later how that messes up your system. We spend a lot of time on blue screens, which is very stimulating, doesn't allow us to rest like we should, brings a lot of angst into our lives. Anybody else agree that social media is a double-edged sword? It's a blessing, but boy, it's tough sometimes. So our screens throw us out of balance. We spend a lot of time inside. We aren't connected to the seasons. Our food is from all over the world. You can get any food in every season, and that's not how we were meant to eat. Our food was meant to nourish us by the seasons and by our place and locality. And we've become very, very disconnected from that. At what cost? All of this disconnection and getting out of sync with natural rhythms, at what cost? We're seeing more superbugs. We're seeing more people with anxiety and depression than ever before, especially in our kids. which is really sad. There's a huge cost to being out of sync. Oxygen masks. That's what being in sync does, and knowing how to take care of yourself by nature's rhythms. For me personally, we lived on a farm, sustainable, regenerative. All of our animals are on grass. It's all good food. It's great. And I was still having huge, major health problems. Between raising a family and running a business, being on the go all the time, working hard, you know, farming and gardening is hard physical work. I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't putting on my own oxygen mask to be able, and I didn't have the skills to be able to take care of myself. I was taking care of everybody else, and I didn't know. I had this belief that if I don't do it, no one else will. I don't have time to take care of myself. Someday I'll do that. Anybody else ever catch themselves saying that? Someday, especially moms. This won't matter. And I was passing off things that I knew were bad habits, just saying, someday I'll have good habits and I'll take care of it. But these things take their toll. And I had thyroid issues. I had a heart that was going crazy, aches, pains, joints that creaked and cracked, and I was not that old. I didn't have my oxygen mask on. I was out of sync with nature. I was getting burned out 100%. So I'm curious, when you think about immune integrity, how do you keep yourself healthy? Take a moment and think about it. What things do you do or do you invest in to keep yourself healthy? For a lot of people, vitamins are at the top of the list. You may make sure that you drink a lot of water, stress management, exercise. I knew one lady that tanned in the winter, and she felt like she was getting a lot of vitamin D from that, and that kept her healthy, so you never know. Some people don't go out in the winter. They just totally avoid people so that they don't catch all of their bugs. You might avoid sugar. All of these things are really good. But I ask you, at what cost to your wallet and your social life? There's a lot of challenges in the winter to staying healthy. But health is all about being balanced. Winter is cold, it's dry, there's a lot of changes in temperatures that can mess you up. We're inside a lot, short days, not a lot of vitamin D going on. You have a holiday thrown in there with a lot of sugar, a lot of financial pressures. Winter is a very challenging time, which is part of why we see all these colds and flus, and your immune system really struggles. You don't have as much fresh food, all of these things. But health is about balance. Balance builds strength. It builds your resilience, your reserves of energy. Balance is built by small things over time. It's habits and practices that keep you healthy even when it's winter and it's cold and the end of winter, everything's frozen and yucky and you can't do a lot of things. It's no fun to exercise. Fresh food is at a minimum, especially if you're eating seasonal and local. It gets rough. Balance is small things that you do to take care of yourself that accumulate over time. I teach habits in a year-long course, and the idea is that over a year, all the little things that you do, you start with a small trajectory and it gets bigger, played out over time. And that's the idea. A lot of people say, I want to learn how to take better care of myself. But if you just learn, you're going to be out of luck. because knowledge is not power. That's what they say. Knowledge is power. It isn't. It really isn't. Do the thing and you will have the power, Ralph Waldo Emerson said. It's experiencing things. So these experiencing, actually doing small things over time that build your immune integrity is very important. I'm going to give you 3 quick hacks today, things that you can do without spending money, without having to make any real huge investment financially or socially, but you have to do the thing over time and you get results. These things, though, I guarantee will give you results pretty quick. Doing is how you learn. Knowledge just stuck in your head, you're only going to retain 20 to 30% of this presentation and our discussion today if you don't go out and do it. If you just sit here and watch, you're going to be smarter. You're going to have some knowledge. If you take notes, you'll retain a little bit more of it, but go and do it. Take your notes, but then go and do the thing so that you have an immune system that can stand up to the coronavirus. You have an immune system that's already set for the seasonal allergies coming up, for the rigors of your spring gardening season, or for an end of the world scenario. It doesn't matter. You will be absolutely prepared. We already talked about how do you stay healthy. And now we're going to hack your system. Of all the 10 habits that I teach, there's 10 ways that you can align yourself with nature, align yourself with natural ways that are already built into the world to take care of yourself, build your immune system, build your whole body and resilience. But we're going to hack that today, and I'm going to give you 3 of them. If you really want to hack your immune system, you need to be able to digest your food, you need to go to bed and rest, and you need to get up in the morning and hydrate and move. These things all stack in on each other. First thing is digesting your food. Of all the parts of your immune system, think about what they are a minute. All the parts of your immune system. You have your lymph glands, right? Skin. We talk about hand washing a lot. They always say wash your hands. Your skin, your nose serves as a filter for air and for toxins there. Your digestive system is a huge part of your immune system. In fact, your stomach is one of the major energetic centers of your body. Your digestive system drives your whole health system. Having a strong digestion is super, super important to having a strong immune system. Not only does it nourish your whole body when you can pull the nutrition out of your food, your stomach is one of the places where germs and viruses and bacteria are incinerated. If they're not good stuff, your stomach is designed to just burn them up. Your mouth, as the first place in your digestive system, is designed to keep bad stuff out for the most part. If you get rotten food, stuff that's not helpful to eat, your mouth, if you're listening to it, will reject it. But your stomach is the next spot. Having a strong digestive fire is really important. And here is one of the easiest ways to have a strong digestion. Earlier, lighter dinner. Your body's designed to digest your food between 10 and 2. That's when your strongest digestion is. If you can shift your foods, your meal times, and how you design your meals so that you're eating a bigger, better lunch, and then you have a supplemental supper meal early in the evening, your body's already, by design, gonna digest it better. You're gonna pull more nutrition out of your food. It's not gonna get just stored and stashed because your body's prepared to deal with it. Your gallbladder is most active between 10 and 2. So if you're going to eat a heavy meal, especially meat, and you want to get it processed and digested, eat it for lunch. Bigger, better lunch, lighter supper. Pretty much your body's digestive system has started to bank the fires. So when you put a big meal in there late in the day, it's not prepared to deal with it. And it's just going to stash it here and there through your body. You can imagine how that looks. That means that you have fat lining your arteries. You have things packing on around your midsection, hips and thighs, arms, wherever. That's all that stuff that your body isn't able to burn, and it doesn't know what else to do with it. So it just sticks it in the corridors, sticks it in the closets of your body, and there it sits and accumulates. When you can eat earlier, lighter in the evening, it gives your body a chance to digest it before you go to bed, to process your food, tag it, send it where it needs to go, so that you've pulled all the nutrition out of it and you don't have gunk hanging around in your system. There are a few things you can do as well to brighten up your, what's the next one? No, let's go back. To brighten up your digestive system. There's herbs and spices that are really, really super helpful. Among those, and I'll just show you one. I don't have any fresh ginger root because I haven't been to the big grocery store that has it for a while. But ginger is one of the main go-tos for digestion and warming up those fires so that your body's ready to process food. It goes in almost anything and everything. The trio, the digestive trio, fennel, coriander, and cumin. You can see this is a recycled bottle. There are a lot of things that you can do with these three. Fennel, coriander, cumin. If you ever see advertisements for CCFT, that's what it is. Coriander, cumin, and fennel. It's the seeds, and you put them in hot water, steep them, and drink that tea. It'll help soothe your digestive system. If you drink it about a half hour before you eat, it helps perk up your digestive system. It tells it, hey, light the fires. There's incoming stuff to do. And your body's ready so that it can process your food better. Fennel, if you have a little indigestion, suck a few of the fennel seeds under your tongue for as long as you can until they irritate you too much, because they don't really break down. But that will help soothe your digestive system. Much like peppermint will. If you have peppermint tea, that'll help soothe indigestion and balance out that digestive fire, especially towards the end of winter. And through winter, your digestive system can get really sluggish. So coriander, cumin, fennel as a tea, you can grind them or use the ground versions to season your food, and that'll help perk up your digestion so that it burns more efficiently to process your food through. They go almost everywhere. Another favorite of mine is turmeric. There's a lot out there about turmeric. As part of this, probably in the description on YouTube or just below, if you're watching this in the blog, is a recipe for Fix You Up Honey. Turmeric is a major ingredient in that. Turmeric helps brighten up your digestion, and it gives your body a lot of good immune boosting components. You want to take it with a little bit of black pepper. In the Fix You Up Honey, there's a little bit of pepper. A lot of times I'll add just a touch because it's like a lock and key system, and the black pepper helps the turmeric, helps your body process the turmeric and use it better. Otherwise, the turmeric is just kind of there and you get some use, but not too much. Cardamom is one of my favorite go-to spices. Before I started this journey, I had never heard of cardamom. Once you try it, you'll like it. You can get it ground. If you grind it fresh, the smell is very invigorating. And when you're feeling a little sluggish, anytime that you can grind your spices fresh and you smell them, that's it's like a dinner bell to your body that says, hey, get ready, here it comes. The spices of fall. Cinnamon, this is my bulk bag of cloves. Ginger again shows up in a lot of things, pumpkin pie spice. That is, especially through the fall and winter, those are great spices to perk up your digestion again. That's what they're there for. That's why they sound so good, because they help get your digestion going strong. Again, your digestion is what pulls the nutrition out of your food so you can be nourished by it. It helps burn up toxins, bacteria, viruses that get into your body so that your immune system doesn't, your white blood cells don't have to work as hard. So it's a first line of defense to keep your white blood cells from working so hard and to give them the necessary ingredients to do their job well. When you eat is incredibly important to your digestion and having a really strong digestion. The other thing that goes with that is our next point. If you have eaten a lighter supper, supplemental meal, earlier in the evening, you are already set up to go to bed on time. You are already lining yourself up with your body's natural rhythms, because this is what your body does. No matter if you think you're a night owl or it's not how you usually live and what you want to do, these are very counter-cultural habits. From that first slide, how we're so out of sync. These are part of the issues. We are not in tune with our natural times and aligned with our natural rhythms, but that's what these are. And by coming into these alignments with when you eat and when you go to bed, you're going to give your body the tools and the space that it needs to take care of you. Your body naturally wants to slow down through the evening, shutting off screens so that you're not stimulated. Those blue screens are very stimulating. So that you are ready to go to bed and rest by roughly 10 o'clock. That's when your body wants to have processed all your food for the day, cleared the decks, and can bring in the night cleaning crew. At 10 o'clock, really from 10 to 2, but starting at 10 o'clock, your body wants to go into a deep clean cycle where it goes through your body and really cleans things out, scrubs the floors, washes the windows, makes sure all the garbages are empty, that there isn't stuff in the hallways, all that kind of stuff. That's what your body really wants to do. Your liver is very active getting cleaned in that time, and your kidneys, all those cleaning organs. That's what they want to do. When you're up and you're awake, especially, I mean, what do we do in the evening when we're up? We're working on our computer with the blue screen, watching Netflix or something like that on TV. If we're being stimulated and we're staying up late past when we're tired, so you're not getting adequate rest. You're not allowing your body to clean itself good so that it can run well. And you're just depriving yourself in so many ways. Getting your rest is critical to having a strong immune system. Our great grandparents, they knew this. Old people tend to go to bed earlier, yeah. But because we have lights and we have screens and we have all this stuff going on at night, we think, that doesn't apply to us anymore. But it really doesn't matter. Your natural rhythms and alignments are what they are. It's kind of like gravity. It just is. And you can get in a jet plane and you can fly, but that doesn't mean that gravity is still not affecting you. And clearing your decks in the evening, eating a dinner in a timely fashion that your body can process, and then going to bed earlier in the evening. Some people might even find that they're tired at 9:30, for sure by 10 o'clock. Get to bed so your body can deep clean, especially in the wintertime when the light is less and there's more for your body to have to deal with, really and truly, like we talked about at the beginning. You need your rest. Your body needs to clean itself, process all the gunk, and get it cleaned out. That's its job. When you don't, this is what the halls of your body start to look like. They're junk. The incinerating fires of cleaning need to be able to burn. They need that time and space through the night so that your body looks like this: clean, tidy, neat, an area where work can be done, where the challenges of the day can be met, and your immune system can function to the best of its ability. That's what you want through the winter. So you got your lighter meal earlier in the evening. You made sure you got to bed when you were tired. You got your rest. Now it's morning. Hopefully you're waking up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to go. Your body's gone through a deep clean cycle. You've gone for a long time without drinking, doing a lot of shallow breathing. Your body needs a couple things to be ready to rock and roll for the day and to have everything ready to work well. You need to drink a glass of water, and then you need to move yourself. What is that going to do for you? Your body needs water to, well, everybody knows hydration, but you need a glass of water first thing in the morning to replace the water that you've burned through the night, and that helps your body flush all of those toxins, all of the garbage that it's cleaned out of your system. Habitually, most people get up, you get your cup of coffee. Coffee is dehydrating, so you're working against yourself. A glass of water first thing in the morning will replace those waters, and it helps flush. You want to get those toxins out, right? You don't want that garbage hanging around in the hallways. You want it moving on out, and that's what the water does. Following that, when you start moving your body, you start getting your blood flowing. So the water helps your blood flow better. It's very water-based. You want it to be able to move around well so that those white blood cells can get around, toxins can get moved out. That's the whole purpose. But then when you get moving, do something that gets you breathing deeply so you get fresh oxygen in. Your body needs a lot of that to do its job properly. And you get those muscles moving so that you have pumps going to move the blood around and get things cleaned up so that you can finish that deep clean cycle from the night. It gets things lubricated, gets you moving, gets you cleaned out so that your immune system isn't having to work around junk. If you lived in your house and you never took the garbage out, you kept everything cleaned up, but it just accumulated at the back door. You never actually got it out to the trash cans for the garbage to come and pick up. What would your house be like after a while? When you don't drink your water in the morning and do something that moves, gets in fresh oxygen and pumps out all of the garbage, that's kind of what you're doing, is leaving it all at the back door. How easy can this be? It's not hard. A few jumping jacks, a few wall push-ups, run around your car twice before you get in to go for work. It's really easy. Something, anything that gets you breathing deeply and moving your body first thing in the morning. Get your water and get moving. The other thing that really helps do is get your lymph system going. Your lymph system is part of your immune system, like we talked about earlier. And when you get your muscles going and you get things moving, you help your lymph system get moving. Sometimes you can even massage it under your chin, under your armpits. That can be part, if you even just shake things out first thing in the morning, just do a little dance, wiggle, move, do something that helps get your lymph system going, which helps, once again, to clear toxins out of your body. I call the lymph system the POW camps of your body. And you want to empty those things out so that all of those POWs, those prisoners of war that your white blood cells have brought to the lymph glands, don't have a chance to rebel and create disturbances and illness and disease in your body. All of these things, earlier, lighter dinner, getting to bed at night so that your body can clean and be ready to go for the day and you can be rested, and then hydrating and just doing any simple kind of movement first thing in the morning are very, very simple ways to be aligned with nature systems, how nature is already wanting to take care of you. This is how your body is designed to work. All you have to do is agree with it and put out the effort to align your actions with it. How much will this cost you? Well, in nature's economy, dollars are a human construct. How much is it going to cost you to eat your dinner at 6 instead of at 7 or 7:30? How much is it going to cost you to shut off your computer or your TV or your phone at 9:30 and go to bed at 10? Is it going to cost you anything? If you say even productivity, studies show that you are only 20% productive in the evening at night. If you shut everything off and you just spend that extra half hour getting up earlier in the morning and working, you will be 80% more productive. So even when you talk dollars and cents with productivity, it will save you if you line up with your natural rhythms and go to bed on time. How much does it cost you to drink a glass of water? How much does it cost you to put on a little music and dance in the morning or do 5 jumping jacks? This is nature's economy. That's all nature asks of you in order to take care of you and give you a stronger immune system, protect you from all of those things, even the flu, colds, never mind superbugs that come along. Doing is the thing. Now you know. You have some knowledge. Doing is what will give you the power and give you a strong immune system, especially as you go over time. You're a superhero to the people that depend on you. They need you, but they need you to put on your oxygen mask first and to take care of yourself. They need you to do that. That's part of what being a superhero is. It changed my life when I started taking care of myself, when I quit saying, someday I'll do it, and I started doing it today. All those things that I just talked to you about, they don't even take any more time. They just take attending to what you need to do. That's how nature works. Already there to take care of you. Agree that you want to have good health and that you're going to do the little bit of effort. That's putting on your oxygen mask, and that's in nature's economy. That's all that nature asks of you. Investing in changing yourself. Effort. Sometimes, though, it's hard to do all by yourself. It really helps if you have a group of others around you that are also in the same agreement with you. That's what I did. I invested in a group that helped me get to where I was going, because this is very countercultural. They're not talking about taking care of your immune system. I don't see it hardly ever on social media. I have a couple friends that do the same thing I do, and they talk about it, but by and large, I'm hearing talk about face masks, storing food, things like this. Those things aren't going to help you if your immune system is crummy. Having a group around you that has a similarly strong immune system, has similar goals as you, makes all the difference. Are you ready to thrive? Are you ready to experience joy and abundance? Not just knowing it, because all that is just stuff up in your head. Are you ready to actually experience it? To have the power of a strong body, a resilient system, of a mind that doesn't have anxiety, overwhelm, fatigue plaguing it, to have abundance and joy? Are you ready to have abundance habits that will keep you vibrant and vital into your old age? It's great to live for a lot of years. I really plan to be alive for as long as I'm alive, to be vibrant and vital. And so I have those small habits, small things that accumulate over time that I have confidence are going to do that. If you are interested in these things, I want to invite you into a conversation. You've got some things to do here. Early lighter dinner, supplemental meal. Go to bed when you're tired. Hydrate and move when you wake up. Know that that's only 3 out of 10 ways that you can take care of yourself. And if you are interested in having a more vibrant and alive life, being more resilient, feeling strong in your body and your mind, not having overwhelm, fatigue, and anxiety, let's talk. I teach a class, I lead a group that experiences these things all the time. And you can be part of that. But let's talk about your goals, your desires, and how these healthy habits can benefit you and help you reach the goals that you want to have. I'm on Facebook. You can email me. I have a website. And I would love to hear from you. I would even love to hear how this works out for you. This is another form of prepping. It's the ultimate prep, really, because all the food, all the whatever to protect yourself, all of the medical supplies in the world aren't going to help you if your body and mind aren't strong and resilient. If you don't have an immune system that functions well, you're not going to fight off disease. You're not going to heal. This is the ultimate prep. Beating the boogeyman, being ready to go. Contact me if you're interested in more. If you want to talk about where you're at and where you would really like to be to envision the possibilities, we can do that. Get a hold of me. I'd love to talk to you. In the meantime, eat a supplemental meal early. Go to bed when you're tired, before 10. Hydrate and move in the morning. And have an abundant and healthful day.